Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Treasures.
Top of the morning.
This is Jack's Treasures. This is our ongoing series of questions and answers that we get asked sometimes, or that we think that we've asked people.
Yes. We've never asked anyone this.
We've never asked anyone this, but people have asked us
Yes.
this. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more of a fun type of a video. We've done some really serious ones by our standards.
Yeah, by our standards.
By our standards. Okay, so today, again, this is just our opinion, but in this case, this isn't just our opinion. This is fact.
This is fact.
This is fact. Everything that we're going to talk about today is actually a fact.
Don't you be arguing with us.
Yeah, you can't do it on this one. But leave some comments down below whether or not you think these are cool things or something like. Well, actually, not all of it is going to be fact. Some of it's going to be opinion. But our question for today is, what is the Bong Gong?
Bong!
That we use on our shows on whatnot. I have it sitting right over here. Here we go. You guys are going to get one right here.
1, 2, 3.
There it is. That's the Bong Gong right there. And we have literally had a lot of people asking us, what is that? What do you do it for? And we've actually had people comment on it. And some people have even given us some suggestions on what to do with that. So the first thing is why do we do, Tracy, a Taco Bell Bong
It's
Gong?
twofold.
Okay.
Number one, we do it to celebrate our new buyers, because when we get a new buyer on Whatnot, we want them to feel special.
Mm-hmm.
We want to shout them out, give them that little moment of, hey, somebody likes me.
Yeah,
because we do.
Like you bought something, and you're it's like, oh wow, they acknowledge that I bought something, which is always appreciative on any type of a selling platform. And so it's our way of saying, hey, thank you for buying from us. And then they get to hear the story.
We learned this from watching other people's Whatnots. A lot of people do something to celebrate their new buyers. I'm going to start with Paul the Philly Flipper. When he
shout out number 1.
When he does a new buyer, he puts on this little pizza hat, and
he has pizza glasses.
And he has pizza glasses. He does something with pizza, and he tells people to put pizzas in the chat. He does a pizza party. Super cool. Our friend SSK Promo, he has a little bell just like this, and he'll go.
Yep.
And a lot of people have things. Usually it's the little symbols in the chat. I know our friend Mr. Ornament, trees in the chat.
Yep. But Santa Claus, he also, SSK does Santa Claus. Alien heads.
Yes. Oh, that's Derek. I love Derek.
Yep.
But
Blue Hearts is another one. I think that's Dark Angel does that. There's so many, and people have chosen each one of their little things to celebrate a new buyer. Even my friend Jeremy Green 13, shout out number 2. Okay.
Actually, that was like number 5.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I wanted to be shout out straight up number 2 because I said Jeremy from Green 13. Okay, don't take up, don't.
I'm kicking the thing too.
Okay, yeah, I know it's like moving, an earthquake here going on. Okay, but he has a saying. And what he says is he says, welcome to Green 13. We really appreciate having you here.
He doesn't do that.
He doesn't do that, but he'll do it a little saying. Because you don't want that celebration to take away from your show. Okay? Which I actually learned from him. Because when we did our celebration, we talked about what it was and how it came about. And so where did we definitely do want to shout out. That was the twofold. That was one part that you said. What's the other part that you said?
The other part is that the bong, it's the noise that is on like the Taco Bell commercials, or if you have the Taco Bell app, when you put through the order, it goes bong.
Yes. So think about that right there. Grab my phone, see if you can get it to come up on there, and we'll talk about it. So, but how this all came about is that's our cat Jack. That's our namesake is Jack's Treasures, and that, by the way, is an actual picture of Jack. Jack was our cat. We had Jack when we got married, and we've had her through the entire length of our marriage. And she was just a sweetheart, and she was a princess. She could do anything that she ever wanted. So that's why there it is right there. Okay. And so one time before we got married, Tracy and I went to Taco Bell, and we brought back a bag, and I put the bag on the table, and I turn around, and I swear it was seconds. Jack's head was in the bag, okay, trying to get a taco out. So we got a taco out, and of course, because we spoiled Jack rotten, we let her eat one of my tacos or Tracy's tacos or whatever it may have been. And so then from that point on, every time we went to Taco Bell, we bought Jack her own taco. It was always a beef taco with no cheese or lettuce.
No, it had cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah,
no lettuce on a soft shell. Yep. So we would take it home, we would bring it home, we would unfold it, and we would put it on the ground. And Jack would go to town on that taco. It was inevitably, it was always gone. And she learned to recognize the bag.
Or the smell or something.
Or the smell, because if we went to Taco Bell and we ate at Taco Bell and we didn't bring one home, she knew.
And it was different than if I made tacos at home. No,
she didn't want those.
No.
It was a Taco Bell one. So that was this is our homage, because we lost Jack on Mother's Day of last year. And so that's our way of paying homage to our cat Jack, and saying thank you and celebrating our
but
new.
But since we call it a bong, people sometimes think it's like a drug thing, and it's not. Which is, I mean, it's funny, you know. We'll joke
never
around
had
about
the bong.
it. No,
we got to thank our friend T. Kim for sending that to us. And we didn't have that. Tracy would just grab anything, and she would go bong, like that. And then we would say, drop some bongs in the chat to celebrate our new friend and our new buyer.
Now we have a gong, and we call it the Bong Gong.
And we call it the Bong Gong. And we used to tell the whole story of it, and then somebody suggested put it in your show notes. And so literally people would buy something just to hear us talk about the gong or the Bong Gong, or to see the do the Bong Gong, because we did so many stupid things. Okay, we've done the Santa doggy, Santa.
I think we need a demonstration here on YouTube. One time, YouTube demands it. They demand it.
I don't have one that's good.
We'll do it.
You'll do it then.
We'll put it at the end.
Oh my God!
I'll talk them into it.
Okay.
Stay tuned to the end. You will get to see the Santa doggy dance.
So we came up with this stupid thing of the Santa doggy dance.
That was kind of our little holiday celebration.
Yeah, it was our holiday celebration that replaced the Bong Gong. We even did the bongs too. But that came about, and literally somebody went out and found his own friends, brought them into the show so that we'd do this. So all of this stuff happened. But we then would tell the whole story of it. And while we're telling the whole story of it, what is happening on the show? Nothing he's selling.
Yeah.
So we ended up changing it a little bit to shortening the whole thing out, putting it in the show notes, and then we did a quicker of saying, you know, welcome to Jack Treasures.
Sometimes I will say the full story if it's like a show that doesn't need to move super fast,
right?
Or I find myself going too fast, which is one of the things I'm bad about and whatnot, is I just speed through. Sometimes that's how I'll slow myself down. I'll tell the Jack story, you know.
And there is a lot to the fact that it does affect your algorithm in whatnot. Is how much stuff do they have listed, or are they talking a lot? Okay. And so that's one of the big things with it is, you know, you want to hold a room, you have to be selling stuff. It's called an ABS. Thank you, Green 13. Always be selling. So we've shortened it down a little bit. We do, and especially if I'm on a raid train and it's a timed raid train when I'm trying to sell, you know, 100 items in 30 minutes.
We'll just say bongs in the chat.
I'll just say bong to the chat, you know, drop bongs in the chat. Because you always do want to acknowledge your first time buyers. Hopefully they will become repeat buyers, because that's what you really want to grow your business. But that's what we do.
But if you are a more like, I don't know, I want to say like a serious seller, like, you know, you're selling serious items and everything, still celebrate your new buyers. You don't have to do a Santa doggy dance. You don't have to bang a gong and tell a long cat story. But, you know, do something, you know, make them
you don't
feel
have to
special.
drop people's in the pizzas and the emoji, or like my friend Derek, alien heads.
And baby oil bottles.
Yes. And somebody does a pregnant person.
That's Hanger. Hanger does the pregnant lady.
Yeah. So, you know, you could do all of that and stuff. Even if you're a serious buyer, you still do want to acknowledge Green 13 does it every single time. That, hey, welcome to Green 13. Hopefully you can stick around, find some amazing deals, which I stole from him. And I totally admit it, because I say, welcome to the Jack Treasures. I always use Jack Treasures family. Okay, because you want to include them, and then they could say, "Oh wow, I'm part of something," You know, a lot of people have loyalty to stores, even brick and mortar stores.
Mhm.
They have loyalty to their brick and mortar stores. Some people go to Walmart over Target, you know, or
I
whatever it
want
may
people
be.
to feel part of the family because I want them to come into my show even if they're not buying. You know, maybe we're doing a show that you have no interest in, or, you know, you're on a budget right now. I don't care. I want you to come to my show, participate in the chat, hang out, have a good time.
It makes the show go a lot better, and it
Mhm.
also helps to bring other people into the
Yeah.
room. I don't know about a lot of people and whatnot, but when I see 3 people in a room, I tend to not want to go into that room, or I'll pop into that room to see what's happening. Why do they only have 3, whatever it may be, and try to engage and see if I can help just by adding in the numbers. It definitely does help when you have a certain number count in your room. For people to come in. And so when people come into the room and they're chatting, it makes the show go a lot better. They're asking questions. That's one of the reasons why I love doing music cassettes. We don't make a ton of money on it because, you know, they don't sell for a lot of money, but we get to talk about music. I mean, look, I got Bare Naked Ladies. Tracy's got The Cure.
We love music.
So we love music, and we talk about concerts. One of my friends is up in Canada, and he's a photographer. And he talked about how he photographed photographed all of these superstars. I mean, superstars up in Canada when they would come around. And it just became a great conversation.
And the great thing when we're doing cassettes and records and things, we get a lot of people our age that are in there. So we're hearing about some of the cool concerts like in the 80s and 90s that people have been to. You know, we can compare, you know, oh, I would have loved to have been there, you know, stuff like that. So that is fun.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But that's the big reason that we do the... Tracy hits herself, okay?
I've never hit myself.
Okay, Tracy did this. This is how Tracy used to do the Bong Gong. Like this.
I never hit myself.
And well, that's because you just got lucky and stuff like that. But I always do it like this right here. So you get a really good bong with it and stuff like that. Yeah, bong.
We like a really good bong here on Jack's Treasures.
Oh, God, we're going to get kicked off for that. But again, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And if you could, help us out with Stop Soldier Suicide. Give to the charity down below. There are 20 soldiers on average. Oh my gosh, on average, 20 soldiers commit suicide daily in the United States.
And feed a cat a taco.
Yeah, if you wanted to become diabetic and big and huge like our cat Jack back over there.
Just occasionally.
Peace out from Jack's Treasures.
Bye.
Bye.